The following is a presentation of the Retro Network.
Welcome to the Retro Resurgence podcast. Now, get ready to take that journey into the neon glow of nostalgia. Here are your hosts, Ken and Chad.
Hey there, podcast listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Retro Resurgence podcast. Happy summer, folks. And if you're listening to this is episode number 20, and I am Chad, one of your co-hosts. With me, as always, Ken. Ken, how are you, man?
Hey, Chad, doing pretty good. Ready for another episode. We're already up to episode 20. This is going to be a cool summer edition, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, me as well. And Ken and I, we like to tinker with our formats and our show structure. And this one we did back in Christmas, a small part of what we did in the Christmas episode, but this is going to be a whole show dedicated to the summer edition. We're going to play a round of Jeopardy, and it'll be fun. It'll be summer themed, of course, as this episode drops. Most of us will be feeling the effects of summer. I know, Ken, we talked earlier off air, and you told me that Wisconsin finally got out of winter and skipped straight ahead to summer. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes that's how it goes up here. You'll have a little bit of a springtime. Seems like we just ran right into summer yesterday. We were up to 93, and it looks like this weekend we're going to be hitting the 90s again. So summertime's definitely here.
Yes, it is. And living here in the South all my life, I know when you get to June, July, and August, those are the dog days. I've only worn glasses for a few years now, but as the humid air hits, when you get out of your car and your glasses fog up, you know the humidity is at a high. And that's what I've been dealing with the last month here in the Southeast. Still several more months of warm weather ahead, but we wish everyone a happy summer, and we know that folks are, school's out, people are making plans, road trips, vacations, get-togethers, you name it. The fun of summer is here. And we've got a great episode, summer-themed episode for everyone. Before we get into our icebreaker that Ken's going to give to us today, I just wanted to share episode 19 feedback. Our loyal listener, Jerospace, commenting on our athlete cameo episode, said that he recently watched every episode of the Flip Wilson Show, which that dates back even prior to Brady Bunch, I think. But he says that go to YouTube and check it out because Joe Namath and Geraldine clip from February 4th, 1971. It just cracks me up. Joe Namath was insanely talented in everything he tried to do. Great episode, friends. Thank you, Jerospace. And yeah, it was funny that me and Ken both chose the same episode with Joe Namath. Right. He obviously was a huge get and a big person to try to bring in, whether it was a talk show, a sitcom, some commercials. I know, he famously shilled women's pantyhose in a commercial. So, Broadway Joe was never shy for any camera that was pointed his way.
No, definitely not. And, back then, late 60s, early 70s, he was probably at the height of his popularity with NFL winning a Super Bowl. And yeah, I'm sure he was getting requests all the time to make appearances on, like you said, TV shows, commercials, and things like that. Yeah, thanks to Jerospace for giving us some feedback like he always does. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and in his era, print ads were very popular. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him on billboards or magazines, perhaps shilling things like cigarettes or liquor or anything that was of the finer variety for Joe Namath. a man of style. Well, cool, man. Well, we thank everyone for listening in on the episode. We're up to episode 20. Our downloads continue to grow. Our outreach seems to grow week by week, and we're thankful. Before we get into the heart of the episode, Ken, you've got a summer-related icebreaker you wanted to throw our way?
Yeah, like you said earlier, people going on vacations and family get-togethers. I thought maybe for this icebreaker, we just maybe throw one or two summer memories of our own out there, just any vacations that stick out, or just things, that you did during the summertime as a kid, or even a little later on in life.
I'll throw a very interesting summer trip. This had to be sometime in the early 90s. I don't remember any road trips that we took in the 80s, so most of my memories are from 1990 and beyond. But you had to remember that back in the day, internet was not a thing. Information about places and especially travel, I mean, you probably had to rely on magazines, newspapers, TV commercials, brochures, when you stopped at welcome centers and you'd get brochures. I used to love going to, like, when we crossed the state line and stopped for a restroom break, I'd grab all these brochures of places that ultimately we didn't end up going, but places that look fun, like go-kart tracks and, attractions and theme parks and stuff. But for sometime in the early 1990s, my family traveled about 5 or 6 hours to North Carolina, a small town called Maggie Valley. And back in the day, there was a theme park in the mountains known as Ghost Town, or some people called it Ghost Town in the Sky. And it literally was basically like a small theme park in the mountains. And I just remember, me and my sister really weren't ones that requested to go. I'm not sure if this was more my mom wanting to go or my dad wanting to go, but somehow we got in the van, packed snacks, and headed, that would be northwest from Charleston into western North Carolina. And we ended up at Ghost Town. Now, a problem, when we got into the parking lot, we immediately saw, to get to Ghost Town, you had to take a chairlift up the literal side of the mountain. Now, I don't know where this got lost in translation. I don't know if this was a surprise to my dad or my mom, but I just remember not getting out of the van, there being some sort of delay, and come to find out my mom refused to want to go up the mountain. I can't necessarily blame her, because, I'm sure me or my sister would have probably been a little frightened as well. But I later found out that the chairlift wasn't the only way to get to the theme park. They had passenger vans that they would shuttle people up the mountain. For whatever reason, I do not know why we didn't choose that option. I'm sure if my mom would have let my dad go to the main entrance, he could have asked that question and we would have been on our way to to Ghost Town. But what ended up happening is we sat there for 30 minutes, it seemed like, just waiting to go. Me and my sister, obviously, excited to see what was up the mountain. I just remember backing out of the parking lot, and about maybe 30, 45 minutes later, we end up in a nearby town, a small town called Cherokee, North Carolina. And there awaited the infamous Santa's Land, which is exactly what you would think it was. It was a Christmas theme park in the mountains, in a small Cherokee. Cherokee is known for its casinos, and a lot of Indian Americans still live there. A lot of leather shops. It's a very small town, gift shops, things like that. But it's got this place called Santa's Land, and even to this day, Santa Land still exists. We have been through that town a few times in my adult years and passed by, and I always smile when I see Santa Land, because that was the trip that unexpectedly we were supposed to go to Ghost Town. Now, Ghost Town ended up closing in the late 90s. I think it just fell on hard times. I've never really looked into the history of Ghost Town, but there are YouTube videos that people have put up on YouTube that kind of shows the whole entrance, and you clearly see the chairlift up there, and you see people going on it, and but back in the day, I guess it just really wasn't that widely known, or maybe my mom and dad just failed to ask the right question. But we ended up not going, and I can't say that I missed out on something because I don't really know what it was like. It was just funny that the trip that ended up changing what our destination was. So, what about you? What about some summer memories of vacations of the past that you remember?
Two road trips down to Disney World, once in 1985 and once in 1991. We drove both times, so you're thinking from all the way up here in Wisconsin all the way down to Orlando, Florida. So we usually split them into 2 days. So we would stay overnight in Tennessee. Both times we drove down there just to kind of break up the driving for my dad. But yeah, back then there are things there that were there then that aren't there now. But we would usually hit up Magic Kingdom, Epcot Center, SeaWorld. Yeah, other than that, those are pretty fun. Always hot down there in Florida in the summertime. And me and my wife went there for our honeymoon in 2000. We hit Universal Studios and Magic Kingdom, of course, and Epcot. And yeah, so I've been down there 3 times. Pretty fun. Disney World now, it's, way more expensive to get into there now than it was back then, I'm sure. But yeah, it was always a good time. And I always liked doing the road trips because you got to see all the different states and go through places that you normally wouldn't see, like the Smoky Mountains and stuff like that. So yeah, those were fun trips I always remember.
Yeah, did you often was Tennessee the kind of the stopping point in each trip?
Yeah, that was like our midway point. We'd stay overnight in a hotel that had a pool, and that was always fun for us.
Yeah.
Eat at, different restaurants that you might not have been used to up here. I think I was exposed to Shoney's and Cracker Barrel for the first times heading down south. Those were always fun to do too, eating
Yeah.
somewhere different.
Yeah, especially when you get out of your familiar territory and you especially interstate driving and you see signs, you're like, "Oh, they got one of these."
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure the North has places that the South doesn't have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we Tennessee was a big destination for us. We several years, I think this was after the Ghost Town debacle. We traveled a little further, probably about 7 hours for us, but we ended up in the Eastern Tennessee area in the Smoky Mountains and Pigeon Forge,
Mhm.
Gatlinburg,
Yeah.
so many things to do. We often, living here in South Carolina, a lot of folks that are not from here look at Myrtle Beach and they say that, it's kind of like their go-to destination. Now, of course, if you live in the Carolinas, you kind of feel like Myrtle Beach is kind of trashy and
Yeah.
it's very tourist trappy and kind of stuff. But I've always told my wife that Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge are like the Myrtle Beach of the mountains because
Yeah.
t-shirt shops, beef jerky shops, mini golf, go-karts, cheap hotels, all the buffet, all you can eat buffets, all the tourist trappy things. And that's especially true in Gatlinburg. Pigeon Forge has, it's a little bit more open and a little bit more, of course, that's where Dollywood is in Pigeon Forge. But
Right.
we ended up there quite a bit and had some good memories. I remember that was the years that we had our camcorder. So I'm lucky enough to have some video footage of us. I'm probably about 12 years old going to Dollywood and riding the log flume and the inner tube ride and really some cool memories. And I know Dollywood's still today, a pretty popular theme park. What kind of theme parks do you have up in your way?
Well, up in couple hours north of where I am, we have there's a city called the Wisconsin Dells, and it's a big vacation place. They have a couple big water parks. One is called Noah's Ark, which they say is the largest water park, I want to say, in the country. Maybe a lot of people come from all over, and we've been there a few times. It's really fun. And then down, you get close to Chicago in a city called Gurnee, Illinois, is we have a Six Flags Great America, tons of roller coasters and rides. So we would always go down there probably at least once a summer back, when I was younger.
Yeah, theme parks, I mean, in the 90s and the 80s, I mean, these were places that, these were your destinations. Of course, nothing tops the magic of Disney World, Disneyland, for folks that weren't able, like I didn't go to Disney until I was 30. And
Yeah.
I always kind of regretted it. Like, man, why did I wait so long? Because when you get to Disney, it's magical, whatever age
Yeah.
you happen to go. But nowadays, yeah, you gotta take out a small loan to afford to do stuff
Yeah.
there. But I
Yeah.
always enjoyed the smaller theme parks, but sometimes the bigger ones like Ghost Town, they had a good run, I'm sure. If anybody's listening has any memories of Ghost Town, I'd love to hear them, especially from a guy or a boy who didn't end up going that particular day.
Yeah.
But they just kind of fell on hard times, and it was one of those things where had it been around during the internet era, maybe it would have survived, but you kind of had to know it was there for it to even be, because it was you pass it by. It wasn't on the main highway. You had to literally plan your map destination to go there. So,
Yeah, and then other than that, just we weren't doing anything or having anything planned for the summer, just a lot of playing outside, bike riding, playing, shooting hoops, going to play baseball, movies. So, yeah, lots of memories just doing the little things too.
yeah, I mean, that's what, not every summer for us was a destination summer. I do
Yeah.
know that if mom would always reward me and my sister for good grades by going to Toys R Us, and
Mm,
we'd get a couple board games that they were kind of designed for us to play with over the summer, because mom always, and dad too, they always hated hearing that me and my sister were bored, because
yeah.
we had we had a good upbringing. I had Nintendo and Sega, and yeah, sometimes, yeah, back in a kid, man, you just wanted to get out and get in the pool or just find some sport, or anything like that, man. The good old days, right?
Yeah, a lot of outdoor theaters too. We used to do that a lot, just getting out and on a nice summer night.
Yeah, and then, of course, July 4th is always kind of like the peak of summer. You kind of had the summer prior to that holiday, and then they had the summer, the half of it after the holiday.
Yeah.
And usually your vacation fell either before then or after then, but July 4th was always the pinnacle of summer. I always consider like July 4th being, I always loved in the movie The Sandlot,
Yeah.
where they have that great baseball game, and
At nighttime.
yeah, and everybody's in the neighborhood and just cooking out, grilling out, and the guys go out and play baseball and see the fireworks show afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, good days of back in the good old days, all right.
Right.
Well, yeah, man, we'll have to share some more summer memories as maybe in our later this summer after our break, huh?
Yeah, we could definitely, once we come back from our little break, yeah, anything that went on, we can share of, what we did, and yeah, it should be fun. Anybody else listening, tell us, what you used to do during the summer as a kid or early adult, and yeah, give us some feedback on your summer memories.
Yeah, be specific. We love to hear of specific places, maybe places that don't exist anymore. Like I said, I did go down the rabbit hole one day of watching old videos of Ghost Town, and I did find that commercial that it used to air on local TV. And like I said, I think that might have been the what drew us to go. Again, failed to mention the big scary chairlift to get up there.
Yeah.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather's fine, you got women on your mind. Have a drink. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Summer loving had me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast.
I met a girl crazy for me.
Met a boy cute as can be.
Summer days drifting away to other summer nights. Hold me tight, oh please, take me there again. Whoa, and I remember how you loved me. Time was all we had until the day we said goodbye. I remember every moment, those endless summer nights. Still recall.
I'm trying to use the phone!
Adjust the bass and let the Alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run a rhyme and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's summertime.
Our parents, they want the best of stuff for us. But right now they gotta do what's right for them. Cause it's their time. Their time. Up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
Summer, it turns me upside down. Summer, 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 it's like a merry-go-round. I see you.
All right, Chad. Well, that was a little fun icebreaker topic of going over some of our summer memories of our youth and early adulthood. So now we've come to the main topic of the show. We're going to do a summer themed Jeopardy edition.
This is Jeopardy!
The rules are pretty much just like regular Jeopardy. You have to form your answer in the form of a question. We're going to do 2 rounds regular Jeopardy, and then we're going to do the second round double Jeopardy. I will allow 1 mulligan per round if we forget to put our answer in the form of a question. So we'll give each other a break if we forget to say that.
Okay.
Okay.
I hate to hear what the penalty is if we do it more than once. I won't hold you to it, but yeah, gotta be like Jeopardy. Gotta have it in the form of a
Right.
question.
Right. And then we'll round it out with our final Jeopardy questions. We picked 5 questions per round. The first round, 100 through 500. And then double Jeopardy, of course, we have our questions 200 through 1,000. And then we'll see who's in the lead at the end of 2 rounds. And then we'll go into our final Jeopardy questions, and we'll see who's the king of the summer edition Jeopardy out of the 2 of us.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be a lot harder because your rule when we talked about this weeks ago were make sure it has some sort of theme or vibe for summer, and you know,
Yeah.
not there are some things that are topical, but you don't know if there's a hint of summer. But actually, on all 10 of my questions, you can find some, whether it happened during the summer or whether it
Right.
was something that's summer related. So I enjoyed getting to find these, and I think I did a pretty good job of staying to the rules of being summer themed.
Okay.
So what are the categories that you chose for us?
So in the first round, we have TV, music, trends and fads, video games, and sports. And then in Double Jeopardy, we have food and snacks, technology, movies, toys and games, and fashion. So those are our 10 categories. And then our final Jeopardy could be whatever category we wanted to pick. So that was of our own choosing for our final Jeopardy.
Yep.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be your scorekeeper, and
all right,
I'll be keeping score for both of us. And however you want to do it, Ken, whenever you're ready, you tell us you want to start or you want me to start.
I'll start.
All right.
All right.
Good luck,
So,
man.
yeah, you too. All right. So my $100 question is music.
Okay.
In his hit song, not only was school out for summer, it was out completely. So we're looking for the artist.
You repeat the question?
In his hit song, not only was school out for summer, but it was out completely.
Man, this is the $100 question too. Ooh. Who is Ozzy Osbourne?
No.
No.
You're close. You're in the right genre. The correct answer is, who is Alice Cooper?
Oh, man, I should have just waited. You're right. Yep.
Of course, the famous song "School's Out for Summer."
Alrighty, X for me for that round. Alrighty, well, I'll go next, and my $100 question for you is for TV.
Okay.
The entire gang from this 90s sitcom worked a summer at the Malibu Sands Beach Club.
Man, I'll just go out on a limb and say, what is Saved by the Bell?
Correct.
Oh!
Very good. Now, I don't know, you know how big of a fan I am. Maybe that helped.
That was the only reason I answered that one, because I knew you're a big fan of that, but I wasn't familiar. I didn't really watch that show a whole lot, and that was just a guess.
Yeah, so they had about 6 episodes that particular season, and they were all based at that fictional private beach club, and the gang gets jobs, and it made for some good summer episodes for that series. It kind of got you out of the classroom setting and the school setting into the beach, and you saw volleyball tournaments, and you saw 4th of July celebrations, and really cool. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the $200 question for you, and it is trends and fads.
Okay.
Launched on August 1st, 1981, this TV station was a huge hit as viewers found a brand new way to listen to their favorite music.
What is MTV?
Correct.
Right. Thanks for the softy one there.
Yeah, maybe that should have been my $100.
Yeah, I do remember it was didn't it launch with the little promo of the man on the moon?
Yeah, the Moon Man, yeah.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Where did it launch? In what, August?
August 1st, 1981.
Yeah, so definitely right in there in the end of summer.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Well, Chad's on the board.
I'm on the board. All right,
All right.
Ken. Your $200 question is music.
Okay.
This 1984 hit single by Don Henley reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100.
All right. I think I know this one. What is The Boys of Summer?
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
And that's a excellent song, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Really like
Yeah,
that.
I like that one.
Yep, The Boys of Summer, Don Henley.
Thought I knew what love was, what did I know? Those days are gone forever. I should just let them go. But I can see you. Your brown skin shining in the sun. You got the top pulled down, radio on, baby. I can tell you my love for you will still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. I can see you.
Your $300 question is video games.
Hmm.
The King of Pop personally had a hand in helping Sega create this arcade game released on July 20th, 1990.
What is Michael Jackson's Moonwalker?
Oh, you nailed it.
Yes?
Got it. Yep. Man, I thought that was going to be a little bit harder.
No, I remember for some reason when you started talking about it, I could see the Sega Genesis
Yeah.
cartridge, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Now, did you ever play that game? Because I have no recollection of playing it at all.
Yeah, I first played it on Sega Genesis, but then I also found out that it was released as an arcade game, which the arcade game is way different than the Sega Genesis game.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at some screenshots, man.
Yeah.
This would be fun to do a review of this game one day.
Right.
That certainly integrates music, pop culture, and video games all in one.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So, Chad, you got the 300.
I did. All right. Ken, your $300 question is the category sports.
Okay.
In the 2001 Midsummer Classic, this Hall of Fame baseball player homered in his first at-bat in his final All-Star game appearance.
Did you read what year was that again?
2001.
Oh, man.
In his first at-bat, he homered, and it turned out to be his last All-Star game appearance.
Who is Sammy Sosa?
Incorrect.
Ah.
The answer we were looking for is Cal Ripken Jr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had already broken the consecutive game streak
Yeah.
a few years prior.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
01 ended up being his last year. So
Dang. All right.
ready. I needed that.
Yeah. That. Chad, your $400 question, TV. 750 million people from 74 countries witnessed the televised wedding of this couple on July 29th, 1981.
Who is Prince Charles and Princess Diana?
Yep, correct.
Yes. All right. 81. Man,
Yeah.
I know it was that far back.
Yeah. I do remember watching it on TV as a 7-year-old.
Now, of course, as I got older, the only thing I remembered about them was obviously her car crash in the 97 or.
Yeah, 97.
Had no, they weren't really on my radar until then, but.
Right.
Yeah, big moment, I think, in TV. I mean, everybody who, people follow the royal couple and stuff,
Yeah,
back then. So,
yeah.
alrighty. Well, all right, Ken, your $400 category is trends and fads.
Okay.
This electronic device, originally released in Japan, saw the height of their popularity happen in the summer of 1997 when they became one of the biggest toy fads of the entire year.
Ah, can you say it one more time?
Yes, this electronic device, originally released in Japan, saw the height of their popularity happen in the summer of 1997 when they became one of the biggest toy fads of that entire year.
I think you got me on this one. I'm gonna say I don't know. What is I don't know?
You want So I was hoping that the mention of released in Japan would help you on this, but
Yeah.
the answer is what is Tamagotchi?
Okay.
Now,
I
it may have missed you because you were older and
yeah.
pretty much an adult by then, but
Yeah.
do you remember that summer and
I
Tamagotchi?
mean, I remember I know what it is, and I'm sure I've seen them in toy stores and stuff. But yeah, at that time, it was totally, not on my radar. I was 23, so
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, and this would have been prior to you having kids, so your kids would have missed this era too. But
Yeah,
man, I remember my sister had one of these, and man, it was she had it on a key ring, and every day you'd have to feed it and make it use the bathroom and
right.
all these things. But I remember it such a craze, and then that lasted until the Christmas of that year. But Tamagotchis, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
If anybody has any memories of having one, I know we have a few people that are in that wheelhouse of that era. So let us
Right.
know your memories. Well, I never had one, I never operated one, but yeah, it was kind of like like a when video games meet. Well, I don't know how you describe it really. It was little small thing. You could carry it to school, which
Yeah.
made it even more popular because people were taking care of it like a real pet.
Yeah. Well, good one. You got me on that one. So,
Alrighty.
all right, we're up to the last final question of round one.
Okay.
All right. Your $500 question is sports. All right. Now I know you're a big basketball fan from back then. So,
Bring it on.
all right. This NBA All-Star led the 1992 USA Olympic basketball dream team in both points per game with 18.1 and field goal percentage at 71.1% to a gold medal at the Barcelona Summer Olympics.
Hmm. Now, part of me wants to say Michael Jordan, but I feel like that might be a trap. So I'm not gonna say him. He led the team in scoring, you say?
He led the team in both points per game and field goal percentage.
Hmm. Oh, that original dream team. I'm not. It wasn't Bird. It wasn't. I don't think it was Magic. I'm gonna say who is Charles Barkley.
Dang, you got it.
Oh,
Charles Barkley, yep.
I was so close to saying Karl Malone,
Oh, okay.
but I don't think Karl Malone. I think he might have been on Dream Team 2. I think. I don't know if he was on the original. Charles Barkley, man.
Yep, you got it.
That
I thought I had you.
yeah. Listen. I knew the Michael Jordan answer was gonna be too easy, so that was
Yep, that yeah.
alrighty. So let's let's talk about scores here. So,
Did I get my 500 yet?
oh no, sorry.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah, we
you're right. Yep. Yeah, you still need your 500. Okay, your
yeah.
500 is the video games.
Okay.
Now, this is kind of long, so I'll read it carefully.
All right.
This game features a series of events including BMX, half-pipe skateboarding, roller skating, frisbee, hacky sack, and surfing that was released for the Atari 2600, the Commodore 64, Nintendo Entertainment System, Sega Master System, and Genesis, and originally made for the Apple II.
Okay. I think I know this one, and I need this one. I'm going to say, what is California Games?
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
I thought that'd be a little tougher for you, so you know that game, huh?
I know that game, yeah, and I knew it had a couple different like different events that you can play on that game. I've maybe only played it once or twice, but I knew some other people that had the game, so I just saw it and I knew what it was.
Yeah, when you said when you gave me video games as a choice, immediately in my head I thought of the cartridge. The cartridge had like a picture of the bottom halves of people, and you could see somebody with a surfboard. You saw a girl in a bathing suit. You saw
Yeah.
somebody on rollerblades. I do remember renting that game. I never owned it, but I did rent it one weekend, and it was cool because it's all summer themed kind of activities, like I mentioned, but
Right.
I didn't realize it was on so many different consoles. I played it on NES, but it was on several consoles in the late 80s. So,
Okay, yeah, I
yes.
didn't know that it was on Atari 2600. I thought it was only on Nintendo.
Yeah. So, yeah, you needed that and you scored. So that was good for you. So, let me calculate the scores here for the first round. Alrighty, so after one round of play,
Okay.
Ken, you have $800
Okay.
and I have $1,400.
God almighty. Okay.
Yeah, I just missed out on my $100
Yeah,
question.
you just missed the one.
Freaking Ozzy Osbourne, but Alice Cooper. And you kind of missed those two in the middle with
Yeah.
Cal Ripken and Tamagotchi.
Yeah. Man, I'm down 600. All right, I got to do good in double Jeopardy here.
Yeah, man, I'm just glad that I thought I was going to get a goose egg and really embarrass myself, but
Oh no.
I'm proud of my performance thus far. I'm just hopefully I can hold this lead and going into the round number two.
Right.
All right, man. Well,
All right.
since I went first or you went first, telling me the question, maybe I'll start with me telling you the question.
Yeah, let's do it.
All righty. All right, folks. Second round about to begin. Just to recap, I'm in the lead, $1,400 to Ken, $800. But Double Jeopardy is upon us, and we've
Yep.
got 5 more categories to talk about. So, Ken, your $200 question
All right.
is going to be the category movies.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty, and now movies. We're going to talk some summer blockbusters.
Yep.
So, this summer blockbuster feature film blends animation with 1940s film noir live action and was the second highest grossing movie of 1988 behind Rain Man.
Right. I think I know this one. What is Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
You are correct.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. Do you have seen that movie?
You know what? I don't think I have ever seen that movie.
hell did you get in here?
Through the mail slot. I thought it would be best if I waited inside, seeing how I'm wanted for murder.
No kidding. Just talking to you could get me a rap for aiding and abetting. Wait a minute. Anybody know you're here?
Nobody. Not a soul except,
Who?
Well, you see, I didn't know where your office was, so I asked the newsboy. He didn't know, so I asked the fireman, the greengrocer, the butcher, the baker. They didn't know. But the liquor store guy, he knew.
In other words, the whole damn town knows you're here. Come on, get out of here. Come on.
Please, Eddie, don't tell me you're making a big mistake. I didn't kill anybody. I swear. This whole thing's a setup, a scam, a frame job. Ouch! Eddie, I could never hurt anybody. Ow! My whole purpose in life is to make people live.
I have not either.
Okay, all right.
I did not realize how big of a summer blockbuster it was that summer.
Yeah.
But it's memorable in the way that it was filmed and you mixture of animation and live action. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down sometime this summer and watch it. Back then you saw it was everywhere, and yeah, I just never actually sat down and watched it. But yeah, I'll have to give it a viewing sometime this year.
Yep.
All right.
Good start for you.
All right. Yeah, I needed that one. All right, Chad, your $200 question is in toys and games.
Okay.
For 200. This toy company made many a childhood memory in the 80s and 90s with their outdoor water toys, including Willy Waterbug, Slip and Slide, and Water Wiggle.
Who is Whammo?
Correct.
Yes.
I thought you would get that one because back in our ABC toy show, I believe you picked Whammo as your W. So
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I knew you'd probably get that one.
Yeah, I definitely thankful for our toy episode for that one.
Yeah.
What'd you call it? You said who? What'd you say? Willy?
Willy Waterbug, Slip and Slide, and Water Wiggle were some of their outdoor water toys. Yeah.
A lot of alliteration there.
Right.
All right. Well, good one. All right. Going on to the $400 question. That is going to be for you, technology.
Okay.
This device, originally released in August of 1998 as the G3 model, was seen in the background of many late 90s and early 2000s TV shows and movies. It came in 13 colors and is generally considered the product that helped revitalize Apple and save the company from failure.
Oh, man. You said it a device?
Yep. And we're talking August of 1998.
Oh.
And it was known as the G3 model.
What is a DVD player? I don't know. Shit.
No, good guess though. No, Apple iMac, the iMac.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have got that one.
Yeah, if you after the show go look at the Apple iMac G3 and you'll see that this. I'm a tech guy.
It's a computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But it was a particular kind of computer, and it's definitely a product of its time. It was translucent. So do you remember back in the day, kids would have the clear telephone?
Yeah.
See all the things inside of it. So it was kind of like that. You could kind of see inside and look at all the parts, but it was a very popular for teens and young people in the late 90s. And
you know what? Now that you're describing it, yeah, I can see it now.
About? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That one. So I got to tell you, technology was tough because, technology is all during the year. But when I looked this up and found that it was released in August of that year, I said, I got to go with this one. And as a tech person, things like that interest me. So, all right, well, swing and a miss for you, but there's more for you to regain your lead or your score here.
Yeah, I gotta get you to miss a couple here. All right, your $400 question is in food and snacks. In 1990, the Nestle Corporation branded their summertime treat, the Push-Up Pops, with these 60s cartoon characters.
Who are the Flintstones?
Damn it. Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Push up!
Yabba dabba doo! A yabba dabba, a dabba doo! Yeah, Flintstones push-ups, that's what's cool! Push-ups, Flintstones push-ups! A modern Stone Age sherbet treat! A taste right out of history!
Push-ups!
Six.
A foodie's flavor!
Fred, Barney, Wilma too! Make every bite more fun for you! Push-ups, Flintstones push-ups! A taste right out of history!
Flintstones push-ups.
Yep.
Push pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on a roll tonight, man.
I am. Alrighty. $600 question for you is
they're only getting harder now.
They are. But there's still hope. You'll
All right.
You'll see here. You could have a big ending here. That would be need a big comeback for you. $600 is going to be for you, fashion.
Okay.
This heat-sensitive, color-changing shirt were popular in the summertime of the early 1990s. What were they called? Heat-sensitive, color-changing shirts.
Yeah. What is tie-dye? I have no idea. Okay.
Good guess, but no. What is hypercolor?
Know what? Heat makes it happen. Hypercolor clothing changes color with heat. Only by Genera. Like this. Got it?
Now, you may have missed that era where they had, I guess, they were called hypercolor shirts, and they got hot or wet with sweat. They would start changing colors. And anybody from any kid of the 90s, teenager or whatever, if you remember hypercolor, chime in and let us know.
Yeah, definitely, because you got me on that one. I had no clue.
Tie-dye is a good summertime theme, like it's anytime, tie-dye always seems to fit summer, so good guess, but no.
All right, I'm starting to lose ground here. I gotta have you miss this one. So we're up to 600, correct?
Yep.
All right, your $600 category is movies. This movie franchise holds 3 spots in the top 15 grossing summer movies of the 1980s, coming in at 15, 6, and 4, respectively.
What is The Karate Kid?
No. Good try, though. What is the Indiana Jones franchise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting ready I said, Ken, if you throw a Jaws question at me, knowing how well you like Jaws, that would have just been too easy. But when you said 80s, I said, no, Jaws was a 70s. So, but I know that some of the sequels happened in the 80s, but so Indiana Jones, huh?
Yeah, 15 was Raiders of the Lost Ark, 6 was Temple of Doom, and 4 was Last Crusade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a big franchise there, the 80s.
Right.
And that one relates to our trilogy episode. I think we mentioned it. We didn't pick it. It was one
we didn't pick it, but we mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ken. Well, I'm gonna give you some good news, because I think these last two you could really score big here.
Okay.
All right, your $800 question is the category of toys and games.
Okay. I better get this one, man.
All right, don't laugh because this is the question I had for you.
All right.
In 1961,
Oh,
Whammo manufactured this popular summertime toy enjoyed by children and adults.
what is the slip and slide?
Yes, correct.
Ah, all right. How
So
do we have both two whammo questions?
yeah, yours was the company,
Yeah,
mine was the product.
right.
Well, you just scored 800. So,
Oof, I needed that one
yeah, you
bad.
did. Yeah, you
Oh,
did. It's not over yet.
all right. All right. Your $800 question is fashion.
Hmm.
These shoes, particularly worn in the summertime, were popular in the 80s and 90s. They came in a wide range of colors and usually clear. So they were clear, but they came in many colors.
What are jellies?
Yep, I'll give it to you.
Jelly shoes?
What are jelly sandals,
Oh,
shoes?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep,
got,
I'll give it to you.
yeah, you got to give me that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, is there another clear shoe? Now,
All
now
right.
that
Yeah.
was girls, right?
Yeah, girls
Okay.
mainly wore those.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I didn't remember dudes wearing jellies, but
No.
when
No.
you said clear shoes, I'm thinking, whoa, wait a minute, he's got me throwing me off. Oh,
Damn. Yeah, I thought maybe I could stump you on that one.
yeah. Alrighty. Well, Ken, I haven't totaled up the scores, but you definitely need this one. But
Yeah.
I got confidence in you, man.
Uh,
I think you can get this one.
okay.
And try not to laugh because this one is very similar to one you've already asked me.
Okay.
$1,000 question, food and snacks.
Ooh, okay.
This company is known for frozen delicacies like Flintstones Push Pops, creamsicles, firecracker, chocolate eclair, strawberry shortcake, as well as the 2020 re-release of the famous WWF ice cream bars. What company?
What is Nestle?
Oh, no.
No?
What is good humor?
Oh.
Oh man, yeah. Now you can challenge me if you think that Flintstones was Nestle, but what I've read, Flintstones was a good humor product.
Okay, because what I found when I asked you the Flintstone one was what I came across was it says the Nestle Corporation, but that's fine. That's fine.
We may have to ask a third party judge to see if maybe that question might have to be given to you because I mean I got good humor. Well, I tell you what, let's tally up the scores,
Yeah,
see where we sit, and then of
right.
course Final Jeopardy coming up. So,
I got to ask you your 1,000.
oh my gosh, yes. Why I did that
Yep.
last time. Sorry.
All right. Your final question in round two, $1,000. Technology.
Okay.
Summer vacations were made easier with the invention of this by Fujifilm in 1986.
What is Polaroid?
No.
No. Oh man.
What is the disposable
Oh
camera?
yes, yes, Polaroid. That was way earlier.
Yeah.
I think I got cocky there. Yeah, disposable cameras, Fuji, huh?
Yeah, Fujifilm.
I always remember getting Kodak, but yeah, they had
Yeah.
several
Yeah.
different ones. Man,
Right.
well, that was good for you that I missed that one, but man, dadgummit Polaroid cameras. What was I thinking? Alrighty, let me
All
calculate
right.
the scores here. All right, Ken. Well, I don't know what we'll do with that last question I threw at you with good humor.
Well, we can just leave it as a miss. It's
Let,
fine.
let me tell you though, if you had gotten that,
Okay.
we would literally be tied right now.
Okay.
So, but maybe Final Jeopardy, you can pull out a miracle here. But Ken, you are sitting at 1,800 and I
Okay.
am at 2,800.
Ooh, you got me by 1,000.
Yes. So, yeah, if again, I don't want to cheat you on the $1,000 question, but I
No,
really
it's
think it was good.
it's it's good. It's good.
All right. Well, listen, kind of fitting. It's going to come down to the last question anyway.
Okay.
So, Ken, why don't you wager? Oh, first, let's do this.
Okay.
Because you said that each of our Final Jeopardy questions could be any of the 10 categories. So, why don't you tell me what category you chose for me, and I'll tell you what I chose for you, and we'll make our bets.
Okay. Well, this will fall under sports, but it's wrestling, so it's under the sports category.
Okay. All right, Ken, your Final Jeopardy is going to be under music.
Okay.
All right, so make your wager.
All right. I'm at 1,800.
Don't tell me what you wager yet. Won't you just, if you can write it down or something.
Okay. I got it in my head.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So with Final Jeopardy, the person with the lowest score will get asked the question. So I will ask Ken's question. Final Jeopardy music. This group's hit song in August of 1982, entitled Vacation, reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and received a lot of airtime on MTV that summer.
You're looking for the group, correct?
What is the name of that group?
Who are the Go-Go's?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I thought I'd be kind of a stumper for you, but no, you knew that.
No, yeah.
The Go-Go's. All right, well, just keep your wager in secret, and
Okay.
we'll see if that's enough to overcome me here.
All
So,
right.
what did you, or I'm sorry, your question to me?
All right. Your question, sports. The main event of SummerSlam 2003 featured Triple H versus Chris Jericho versus Goldberg versus Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Nash for the World Heavyweight Championship in this unforgiving structure style match.
Oh my goodness.
So you had 6 guys for the World Heavyweight Championship in this unforgiving structure style of match.
In 2003, you say?
2003 SummerSlam.
I'm going to take a guess. This is truly a guess, but what is Hell in a Cell?
No.
No.
No, you
It's
were
not
close.
it's not Elimination Chamber, is it?
Yep. What is the elimination
Oh,
chamber?
I didn't know it went that early. I thought that was later on.
Yeah, I know.
Some measure of revenge. Oh, look at that. A super kick, boys. The cover. Shawn Michaels just eliminated Kevin Nash. Between the two of them, Nash is history. Check this out. One's about to go for that pose. Power bomb with the kick, the roll up. That's it for Kevin Nash, but it didn't work. Look out, look out, look out. The cover. Oh, Orton's gone. They're winning. Michael's next world champ. Goldberg does. Fear of HBK. Goldberg pointing to Triple H as in your next. Hammer. A 3 count. He's still, I don't even know if he knows where he's. Goldberg is destroying every beating heart in sight. No. And now we are down to 2. Right on that. Wait a minute. Look at that. That's a sledgehammer. He hit Goldberg in the head. Look at this. Look at this.
Still heavyweight champion, Triple H.
Apparently, Ric Flair gave the game that sledgehammer.
It might have been one of the very first, maybe, but
it's kind of when that's kind of around the time I stopped watching. I was in college and high school, but man, I was thinking Elimination Chamber, but I was like, nah, that's too early.
Okay.
All right. Well, this could be the deciding factor here. I'm wrong. You're right.
All right.
All right, Ken. So what did you wager, sir, on your answer?
My wager is 1,500.
Ah, okay.
I was going to go all in, but then I was like, I maybe tone it down a little bit.
Okay. So, all right, that puts you at 2,300. Now, you remember that my score was 2,800, but I got it wrong.
Wait, wasn't I at 1,800?
Oh, wait a minute. Why did I add 50? Wait a minute. But you wagered 15 though.
Yeah. So would that put me at 33?
Yeah, you're right. Duh.
Okay.
33.
3,300. All right.
Okay. Well, there's your answer because you're already ahead of me and I got it wrong. So, just for the record, I wagered $900.
Okay.
So that puts me at 1,900 and 3,300. Ken Spalding, you are the Retro Resurgence first ever summer edition champion of Jeopardy.
All right, man. It was looking pretty bleak there for a while.
Yeah, it was. And I guess I need to go back and watch some SummerSlam Elimination Chamber and just cry myself to sleep tonight.
I thought maybe you'd get it because 2003, that was probably, I figured you were probably still watching.
It was, for me, it was tapering off right about then.
Okay.
I remember the NWO was kind of back in the really bad version of when they tried to bring it back to the WWF, but
right.
No, man, you got me with that Elimination Chamber. Like I said, I should have thought that the Hell in a Cell would have been a little too easy, because when you said unforgiving structure, really, I thought Hell in a Cell, but I'm like, man, a little too easy, huh?
That's what I was hoping. That I was like, maybe he'll think it's the Hell in the Cell and maybe not think of the Elimination Chamber.
So you that was a little bit by design, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, congrats, sir. You are the first ever champion of Retro Resurgence Summer Jeopardy, man.
All right.
Do you want to give any thank yous?
You know what? Kind of trying to, like you said earlier, trying to come up with a summer theme to questions made it, a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Because I was going through online for like some trivia questions, like, oh, that's a good one. But then I was like, well, it's not really like summer themed. So I had to, keep digging. But yeah, it was kind of fun, though, to come up with the questions.
Yeah, and obviously, we were thinking alike in the sense of toys and games with the slip and slide. Obviously, huge summer kind thing for many generations. And then we must have been thinking on the same page with the popsicles and ice cream because we had very similar questions. But
yeah,
No, man, that was fun. I think every question we had, obviously, direct tie-in to something summer. So, yeah, I think for our first summer themed edition of Jeopardy, it went pretty well.
Yeah, I liked it. We did a good job, and yeah, we can definitely come back to this format again down the road. It's pretty fun to do, and I think it'd be entertaining to listen to for the listeners. So yeah.
Absolutely, and maybe we'll have to do fall or winter, Halloween.
Yeah, a
we did
Halloween one would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we hope you enjoyed listening to me and Ken battle, and Ken reigns supreme this time, but who knows? Maybe I'll get him in the future.
Okay, Chad. Well, we've reached the end of another episode here, episode 20, the Retro Resurgence Jeopardy Summer Edition. I thought it was a pretty fun format style show. We had fun looking for the questions, and yeah, I came out on top this time, like you said, but we'll definitely have another go around somewhere down the road here. What'd you think of the episode?
Oh man, I loved it, and as fun as it was to think of the questions for you, it was equally as fun answering the questions you had for me, finding how sometimes we thought similarly on certain topics and stuff. I thought they were well placed in terms of the dollar amount versus the degree of difficulty. But yeah, you reign supreme, and congratulations, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was a fun episode, and always like breaking from the norm. We're very consistent. I remember early in our podcasting last year, we had received advice from somebody, and one of their main tips was to be consistent. And, I think 95% of the time, what to get from us. But, I hope that listeners like a little break from time to time. And, we'll get back to our normal format in episode 21 in 2 weeks. And then I know, Ken, we are going to take a little break. We've been pretty consistent since last September.
Yeah.
As we approach our 1 year in the coming months, I'm just looking forward to, we've got our topics listed for the rest of the year. And even this week, I added a few that came to my head, and you have reached out to a few people about possibly bringing them in for a show. So look for bigger and better things as the year rolls on.
Yeah, we've got one more episode, 21, before we're going to go on a little bit of a summer break. Just to give a little teaser for episode 21, it's going to be our first Retro Resurgence Rumble. So we're going to pit two 80s and 90s action movie stars against each other, and we'll see how that episode goes. It should be another fun one.
Yeah, I look forward to battling you and seeing who wins that battle as well. So episode 21, look forward in a few weeks. But this one was a good one. And like always, man, it's fun sitting there recording with you every few weeks, and look forward to doing it again, man.
Yeah, we'll see you again in 2 weeks. So long, everybody, and see you soon.
She wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. She wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today.
Thank you for listening to the Retro Resurgence podcast. You can find us on most major podcast platforms, including Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also find us on social media at the following: on Instagram at The Retro Resurgence, on X at Retro Resurgence, our email theretroresurgence@gmail.com. You can also find us at our website www.theretroresurgence.com. And lastly, you can find us online at our home base www.theretronetwork.com, where you'll also find lots of great content. Please engage with us on social media or leave us feedback at our email. Leave a rate and review wherever you listen to podcasts. Join us again in 2 weeks here on the Retro Resurgence podcast.
And that wraps up another episode of the Retro Resurgence podcast. We're so grateful you joined us today and took a trip down memory lane with us, and we can't wait to bring you more retro goodness in our next episode. Until then, keep embracing the past, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for listening.
This has been a presentation of the Retro Network.